Hey, Connie and Terri, I wanted to give you kind of a visual update rather than just typing this all out. This is in regards to Weeks for Kids, and it's the ability for us to kind of maybe communicate, because there's so many things, but they're really all linked together, and I want to keep that in mind. I'm going to give you 10-minute segments, or a minute less, probably 9-minute segments of any of the things that I need to do, so we can loop it right to YouTube. You'll be tagged on your email, so you can just link it right together. I had 3 phone conferences that were very interesting, real exciting too, in each case scenario. Let me give you an update. The one was Dorothy Blair. I think both of you know that name from the Holyoke Community College in Massachusetts. She had sent $1,500. This is her 6th, or the college's 6th adopted child. I mean, 6 times over the last years that they have adopted for $1,500, and they sent 62 ponytails, was lost. And of course, this is the one who said they thought they went out of business and they didn't want to continue on unless it was verified by them. And we checked our records that we did not get those ponytails, we did not get that money, did not go through our financial checkbook. So that now they're looking at their check to see if it was canceled and returned. We had a great conversation, re-stimulated the issue, which really goes back to realizing that we just have to talk to people and communicate with people. You know that. I know that. We were just getting that, back and running. They want us to help us. They want to do another event, of course, and want us to help promote it next year with maybe bringing a child to the college or visiting the college and speaking with them. As you'll hear later about Thon in Penn State wants to do the same thing. They've got a salon they work with specifically. Sounds like a relative, Sheer Extreme Barbara Polo, and she needs a certification DVD. So again, one of our tools that you're going to hear me talk about is we've got some great tools. We're just not implementing them, or we don't know where to go to or when to go to those as tools. But this woman's been cutting 62 ponytails, but doing the same thing over and over again, and not doing it the way that we now have developed in our certification program. They've never seen the storyline, and that's part of the certification video as well. So I think it's really important for her to do that. She's going to check her to-do, or her call to action takeaway was to return a call back to me as soon as possible, possibly today, whether the bookkeeping department has that check returned or not. She sent it mail, which we have to tell people not to unless it's registered mail, but to use UPS or FedEx. But she's really excited about doing it next year again, and we've reactivated that relationship. The next one was the phone conference that I had with Laura Withman at the 180 Degree Salon and Company, located in Bucyrus, Ohio, a beautiful spa, physical training center. They've done this before in 2007. They've adopted a child, did a cut-a-thon the whole day, and they want to know how we could get behind them and help them. But they've been contacting us, and here the event is October 20th, which is this Tuesday. I'm going to see if there's an ability for me to get there, or to take an Annie or someone down there with me. But we already sent overnight our literature. We sent the DVD again, which they didn't have, and they're going to be doing cut-a-thons. They actually, after we talked and she got so excited, they're going to reactivate another event in February that we may be able to help them sponsor a child. That's going to be their goal. They do wild and crazy things like cans and the tips afterwards that they put in there, or your change after you do your services at the salon and spa, 4 weeks for kids. And they'll do whatever we possibly can do. And I told them that we would then do a release afterwards, because it's too short of a time. They need to take pictures. So they need to take pictures. We've sent out the literature. We sent out the DVD, sent a little note to them. Last year they said the biggest thing that happened was that a letter came from a little child 2 years ago, and that was put out. They framed it and put it out that had gotten the wig, and the parents, they said it was such an impact that it really was amazing. So again, it just keeps showing that we've got the mechanism in the salon and maybe even college venue that allow the salons to participate with this cut-a-thon, and when those teams come together with the certification program, with the literature, and with everything's necessary. By the way, I sent them also, in addition, our newsletter, the one that I don't think, Terri, you've seen the newsletter. I know you worked on some of it when I first originally wrote it, but Connie, you had edited it. Well, again, that was another thing that they could just put out and present as part of their literature giveaway. Found out how they heard about us in 2007, of course, was from the Matrix manufacturer, which is the product company that it was on our board, Seidel Miller. So these things are all valid and valuable to put together kind of the dots and connect the dots of what works here in Ohio with a team like us right now working together to facilitate the salon market to not only provide ponytails and cut-a-thons and finance, but also eventually become that center that takes care of the children as well. The last conference call, and I think that I'm going to run out of time, so I'm going to try to make it quick, was the Thon. And Thon is excited. It's a big nonprofit organization that Penn State holds every year. They've sent it to us. We've been in with them 4 or 5 years now. A lot to do with regards to their whole event. I've given them a couple of to-dos. I'll go over that in more detail with kind of a coordinating meeting, and they want to do everything possible to get it promoted. We have a 60-second PSA video that is very powerful, unfinished yet. Annie did. We shot for 2-3 days. It's very powerful, and we want to link it together with a voiceover, which we need to do some scripting of, and finalize the tagging in the end because of the power of media and the storyline that is about a ponytail cut, a little sister, and a little girl, real little girl, who's a recipient, Annie, who gets the hairpiece, as well as the parents and family members. So just to give you kind of a moment touch of how, once we link these together, Connie and Terry, that we can put this team more powerful. Last but not least, if this is not too long, in fact, I'll come back with another one. So be